Hello, everybody. Perfect. Awesome. Oh my God. Been having some technical issues, but I'm glad I got it all sorted. Yeah, let me invite. Let's share this video, share with people you know. Go ahead and share this with people you know. Go ahead and share, and keep sharing. Yes, I just shared. Thank you, Armaye. Thank you, CB. Thank you, Christelle. Thank you, Sexy Sue. Thank you, Tears. Oh, thank you, everybody. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you for joining. Been having some technical issues, but I'm glad I got it all sorted. So please, if you're just joining, help share this video with a friend. Help share this live video with a friend. Share. Go ahead and share. Today we shall be doing some Q&A. Yes. We shall be doing some Q&A today. Oh, thank you. Oh, Mommy Akiniroye, thank you so much for joining. Thank you. Eshewan Joma. I appreciate you, ma. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Please help share the video with friends. Help share with friends. Let our friends be a part of what we shall be looking at today. We are just doing some Q&A today. Doing some Q&A based on the things we've been discussing in the past. So help share the video, help share. Help share with your friends. Thank you, Aisatu. Thank you, Mirelli on TikTok. Thank you. Today I'm streaming on 4 different platforms. Today, as usual. Streaming on TikTok, streaming on Instagram, on YouTube, and on Facebook. So, Facebook fans, thank you for being there. TikTok fans, thank you. And YouTube, Instagram, thank you. Thank you, Ross3. Thank you, Teweda J or Tewede J, I don't know. Thank you, Hoa. Thank you, everybody. So today we shall be doing some Q&A. And it's going to be on the topic we've been looking at for the past few weeks, which is the 9 pillars of health. We have looked at the 9 pillars of health. So if you have any question, we shall be doing some Q&A today. Any question whatsoever. It may not really be on the 9 pillars of health, but when we talk about the 9 pillars of health, it's our health encompassing everything about our health. So that means you are qualified to ask any question about our health, about your health. Do you have any question? Do you have something that is bothering you? Do you have something that is strange that you don't really understand why it is like that? So today we shall be having some Q&A. So the floor is open to ask our questions if you have any question about our health. So before we go on, let me reintroduce myself. For those of you who don't know me, I am Coach Lola, and I am her dual certified health and gut health coach. So I help people to manage their health, as in to achieve their goals. Many people have some health goals. And so as a dual certified health and gut health coach, I help people to crush those goals. Many of us have the goal to drink more water. We have the goals to exercise more. We have the goals to eat right. We have the goals to sleep better. We have the goals to have a better relationship. We have the goals to manage our stress properly. So we shall be taking questions from any of these areas today. So I help people to pursue their goals. I hold them by the hand to actually crush those goals. So let me give a review, a little recap about the on the 9 pillars of health we have been looking at. When you say a pillar is, we all know, there are these heavy beams that hold a building in place. So when we say pillar of health, that means your health depends on those things. Your health, either good or bad, depends on those things. So I was able to look at, or to give us to put it all together into nine pillars of health. And I started, there's no particular order, but all of them are very important. And why are they pillars? They are pillars because they are important to our well-being. To our well-being. If you take those things seriously, you discover that your health will start to improve. Many of us are looking to improve our health, and we have actually been able to put together the things we need to do. There are 9 altogether for you to have a very good health, for you to have a perfect health. You may not be perfect, but at least to have like a 10x, on a scale of 1 to 10, probably for you to be able to have like 80%, 90% of good health. And from what we talked about, we were able to discover, we're able to put across to us, or to open to us, that the gut happens to be the main source of good health or bad health. So however you manage your gut, however you treat your gut well, you're going to have a good health. You treat your gut badly, you're going to have a bad health. And what is the gut? The gut is from your mouth. That is a thing that your mouth, your gut happens to be the closest thing to the outside world, because anything you take from the outside world and put in your mouth goes through your gut. It passes through your gut, and from your gut you absorb all the nutrients from anything you put in. So what are these 9 pillars of health like that we looked at? Remember, we are doing Q&A today. Question and answers on any aspect of our health. So you are free. If you want to come up, I can add you to the call so that you can come up on the screen. And if you just want to drop your question, just go ahead and drop your question in the chat, and I'll pick up the question and we'll talk about it. So what are these 9 pillars of health? We talked about water. I was listening to a tape today, and that woman said one of the secrets of successful people is drinking water. Do you know why? Because they are always big about energy. They want to have good energy. They want to be able to move around. And it has been researched that drinking water will give you energy. Do you know that when you sleep, you lose about a liter of water? Because you as you breathe, you are losing water. As you breathe, you are losing water. And so when you lose water, you need to give it back. That is why every time you wake up in the morning, the first thing you want to do is to drink some water to replenish the water you have lost. And water gives energy. When you drink water, it's like your energy just comes back. You're rejuvenated. So water is very important. We talked about how to drink water. It's not just drinking water, when to drink water and how to drink it, and what quantity of water you should drink. We talked about drinking at least 3 liters of water. At least the woman of God said, the woman that was the tape I was listening to today said, at least grab a bottle of water and drink it. If you can drink start from a bottle of water, just 1 bottle in a day, you discover that you would have turned your health around in a way that will even shock you. Just drinking water. And I told us about 10 things that you need to know before you go and see your doctor, the next doctor's visit. And one of it is that water is your number 1 doctor. Water is your number 1 doctor. Many times, the reason we have some headaches that we take to the hospital is because we are dehydrated. You are dehydrated. The reason you have headache, the reason you have some wrinkles, the reason you have pain in the joints, Many of us have pain in the joints, and we have started taking arthritic drugs because we feel that, oh, this is arthritis. Do you know that dehydration is one of the causes of pain in our joints? So water is very important, as simple as it looks. Drink water. If you can take it if you want to take it to the next level, drink warm water. I always warm my water up in the morning before I drink it. And some people will take it to another level. They will add some lemon to it. I don't do that because I don't believe in taking lemon on an empty stomach. But if you do it, some people will say, oh, we can do, these are some questions that I have received. Some people will say, oh, can I drink water with lemon on an empty stomach? If it works well for you, please go ahead. No two people are the same. No two people are the same. It may work well for you. It may, I may react to it. Like somebody might say, oh, I love to take pineapple. I love to take pineapple on an empty stomach. When I take pineapple on an empty stomach, I don't feel good. So no two people are the same. Our gut is like, you go for your biometrics. It's like a blueprint, that thumbprint that we all have. No two people are alike. No two people are the same. There is bio individuality. And so don't ever compare yourself to your neighbor. Don't say your neighbor takes this kind of food and she feels good. Your neighbor drinks 10 glasses of water and she feels good. What if you drink 10 glasses of water and you don't feel good? So you need to understand yourself, know your limits, know your body. So you are your number one doctor as well as water. Water is your number one doctor. Just grab a, anytime you feel, many times when we feel hungry, at times you just need to drink water. When you drink water, the hunger will go. So water is very good. About 70% of our body is water. And just like a lake that takes in water but doesn't give out, if you don't give enough water to your body, it will become stale. You know, when you have a glass of dirty, maybe brown, let's say colored water, and you start to pour in some clean water into it, the more water you pour, the clearer the dirty water becomes, the clearer it becomes. The same way, when you drink water, the more water you drink, the more cleaning, the more cleansing you do to your gut. So I'm waiting for our questions. That's one of the pillars we talked about. We also talked about sleep. We talked about sleep, and we learned that it is during this our sleep, the time that it is the time we sleep that our bodies are rejuvenated, that our bodies are repaired, that our cells are repaired, even to the cellular level. Your body is being repaired, is being rejuvenated when you sleep. So what happens if you don't sleep? Many of us don't sleep. And we've said it is not just about sleeping, deep sleeping. And so how you sleep, there are some sleep routines that we talked about here. We talked about some healthy sleep routines that will help you to sleep well. It is not just sleeping. We talked about how long you sleep, the duration of your sleep. If you sleep for anything less than 6 hours, you are not sleeping good. It is not good for your health. And you must not, it's not just sleeping. It's not just sleep, is not just closing of the eye. Sleep is not just lying in bed. You must sleep, and you must sleep deeply. I gave us some tips on the things that will help us to sleep very well. Talked about don't eat close to your sleep time. At least about give your stomach or your gut about 3 hours of rest before it's time for you to sleep. So give it like 3 hours. So probably you go to bed around 9 o'clock. Anything you want to eat, you should stop eating around, let's say, all things being equal, 7 o'clock. That at least you still have about 2 hours before bed. Why is this necessary? When you eat too close to your sleep time, your body will not rest. It will start to work on the food you have eaten. It will start to digest that food. So it is important for you to give your eating and your sleep a gap of, I give you the grace, 2 hours, which is good. We talked about keeping your room dark enough, get some thick curtains, some thick drapes to put on your window so that you can block out all the light. We talked about using some facial mask that will block out some lighting, because the darker the room is, that is when that is when the sleep hormone, which is melatonin, that is when it is released to help you sleep. And we also learned that the time you sleep, that sleep hormone is released between the hours of 7 and 9. So by that time, you're supposed to have wound down and you should be in bed so that you'll be able to have that deep sleep. Remember, today we're just doing a review of the pillars of health. What we are doing today is question and answers. So if you have any question on health, please go ahead and put your question in the chat and we will talk about the question. We're doing a review, a recap on the 9 pillars of health that we looked at. We've been looking at it now for about for a few weeks now. We've been looking at the pillars of health. So we're doing a review, doing a recap, and we're also taking question and answers. So we looked at water, we looked at sleep. The next thing we looked at is we looked at exercise. Exercise is a life giver. It helps you to think well. It helps your cognitive function. It helps your blood circulation, because when you exercise, your heart is strengthened and your heart is able to pump blood better. So exercise is a life giver and a life saver. When you exercise, it helps your joint. It releases some juice in your joints. I call it juice in the joint. It helps to lubricate your bones, lubricate your joints. You are able to move properly. It's like keeping a car at a spot for a long time, and if you don't lubricate the nuts and the nuts on the car, the engine, if you don't lubricate it, it's going to be difficult for the car to work. So the same way, when you exercise, you lubricate your joints. Another thing is that when you exercise, you go through a process of detoxification, just as you do water. I told you that when you drink water, it cleanses you out. The same way when you exercise, you sweat. Do you know that sweating is detox? It helps you to detox. It helps you to get rid of some toxins in your body. Because when you sweat out, at times, just touch your sweat and taste it. Have you wondered why your sweat tastes salty? It is because there is toxins in the body and it is getting rid of it. Do you also know that the skin is the largest organ in the body? And when you are able to sweat out through the largest organ in the body, you know you are helping yourself to feel good, to feel better. And also, when you exercise, it helps your digestion. It helps your digestion because it helps the digestive process to move faster when you exercise. So exercise is good for you. It also helps you to maintain a very good weight. It helps you to maintain a very good weight. So exercise is a life giver. A man said it. I watched the man I stumbled on him, and he said he's a medical doctor. He said, do you know that if you are a plus size woman and you exercise, that you will live longer than somebody who is slim and does not exercise? What is your opinion about that? What is your opinion about that? That if you are slim and you don't exercise, that does not guarantee. Your size doesn't guarantee that you're going to live healthier than somebody who is big and the person exercises. So how do you exercise? You're not going for marathon. So I always advise people to do maximum 30 minutes walk. You don't have to do a run, especially when you are over 40. You don't have to run all the time because your joints might cry out, your ankles, your knees might cry out. So just taking a walk. Walk is the best exercise. It's the best exercise because everybody can walk. So we don't have any excuse. So just taking a 30 minutes walk every day. You may not even start with 30 minutes. You can start with just about 15 minutes until your body adjusts to it. When your body now adjusts to it, you can increase it to 20 to 30. And if you can do 1 hour, beautiful. But I don't advise that anybody exercise above 1 hour or more than 1 hour, because too much exercise causes your body or damages your body. It damages your body when you exercise too much. It damages your body. It puts your body in a state where it is susceptible to a lot of diseases. Have you discovered that most of our superheroes in the sporting world, they don't Thank you for sharing. Thank you. I appreciate that. Have you discovered that most of our superheroes in the sporting world, they don't die well because they have been exposed to too much free radicals by the exercises they do. They do it too much. But you can't blame them. That's their profession. But you are not going for marathon. You're not going for marathon. Just stick to like 30 minutes exercise and you're good. Another pillar we looked at is managing of stress. Stress is something we cannot run away from. We can never run away from stress. But what will help you is for you to be able to identify those stressors and learn how to manage them properly. If you are able to identify your stressors and manage them properly, then you are good to go. The only problem you will have with stress is if you know that, or if every time you are stressed, you are agitated. Every time you are stressed, you're just anxious. You're just angry. You're just angry with the whole world, angry with yourself, angry with everybody. So stress is good because it helps to put you on your toes. But when you are not able to manage your stress properly, that is when it becomes a problem. That's when it becomes a problem. So identify your stressors and learn to manage them properly. Learn the activities that will help you to express your stress properly. If you need to say no to some things, say no to some things. If you need to take a break, please take a break. If you need to go for vacation, please go for vacation. You are the architect of your own health. So you need to write a good one for yourself. You are the architect of your own life. You need to draw an edifice for your health because health is not just wealth. Some people say health is wealth, but I beg to agree because I say health is everything. Health is everything. So we looked at stress. Another thing we looked at is diet. Diet. We looked at diet. Somebody said you are what you eat. Is that true? Please put in the comment. Put in the comment, what is your opinion about that? Somebody said you are what you eat. How true is that to you? Do you know that anything you put in your mouth will determine what nutrients you're going to be able to get? Some people eat for taste. There is nothing bad in that. For you to eat for taste, for you to enjoy what you are eating. But it is more important for you to eat for nutrient. Why do you put food in your mouth? Do you put food in your mouth just to enjoy it, just to enjoy the taste? What about the nutrients that your body needs to actually rejuvenate? The nutrients your body need to repair itself. The nutrients your body need to stay healthy. The nutrients your body need to live healthy. The nutrients your body need even to be able to think properly. So it's not just to eat. Do you know that there are some foods you eat that can affect your mood? There are some kinds of food you eat that will affect your mood. When you eat too much of sugar, it makes your reasoning. It's like this is how I always explain it. Do you know that anytime you eat sugar, could be just a teaspoon of sugar? Do you know that it crashes down? It closes up your immune system anytime you eat sugar. Many of us will say, I know I shouldn't eat sugar, but why are you still eating it? That is why you need help. You need this kind of community. You need somebody to keep reminding you, to keep telling you that, yes, I know it may not be very easy, but you can do it. Somebody is telling you here. That is why I am telling you that you can do it. You got this. Your health is more important. Many people are looking up to you. We have a lot of people whose lives are dependent on you, whose destinies are tied to you. So you need to live healthy for these people. You need to live healthy for them. Remember, your children are there. Your children are there. Your spouse is there. Your extended family members are there. They want you to live long for them. And not just living long, they want you to live long and live as an asset. How will it be some years to come and you cannot move around by yourself? That is why we need to take into cognizance all these little things. I know that the good book says that little foxes devour the vine. Many of us, it is not the big things that are giving us problems. It is actually the little things of life. The little things like being able to drink water. You will wonder that some people don't even drink water. They don't like to drink water. Some people prefer to drink pop. Some people prefer to drink Coke, to drink Pepsi, or whatever they call it. As simple as water is, it is difficult for some people to drink. So there are little things that we just need to look at. Look at the way you manage your stress. Look at the job you are doing. Do you enjoy the job you're doing? Are you loving the job you're doing? If you're loving the job you're doing, then strengthen it. But if you're not loving the job you're doing, look out for something that you're going to. It's either you talk yourself into loving it, or you look for something that you love, so that you will not be under stress all the time. So the same thing with diet. What is that thing you are putting in your mouth? I always tell people, this is the way I just summarize it. Eat something that will give you life. Don't eat to die. Eat to live. That is about diet. So we looked at water. We looked at sleep, we've looked at exercise, we've looked at diet. We're also, in the course of our talk, we looked at detoxification. Detoxification is a process where the body rids itself of all the toxins in the body. And we were able to see in my when I had the live, that we have some organs in our body that are actually supposed to help us to do the detox process. Like your kidneys, you have your lungs, you have your skin. And yes, you have your kidneys, you have your lungs, you have your skin, and you have your liver. So all these are your detox organs in the body. But we discovered that these organs are overloaded because of the level or the rate of toxins around us. Many of you will agree with me that there's toxin everywhere. Toxin in what you drink, toxin in what you eat, toxin in what you put on your head, toxin in this in your what you put on your skin, toxin everywhere. And it's like you are giving these organs too much work. And so we need to, one of the reasons to avoid toxins is to run away from it. As much toxins as you can avoid, please avoid it. Avoid it. If you can afford organic food, please do it for your sake. Buy organic food instead of the heavily infected or infested. Many of the food we eat have been overloaded with pesticides, insecticides. I was going through my area the other time because I live close to a farmland, and I saw them spraying chemical on the field, the corn of field. I said, wow. I said, this is what we buy in the market and we consume. But I said, well, the good thing is that the corn is still in its cob and we still have to open it up. So the toxin, the chemicals are not really getting into it. And there are also some food. There are some food you can buy that doesn't necessarily have to be organic. So if you want more information on that, you can slide into my DM and I'll give you that. I have this cheat sheet that you can actually use to check yourself, to check for what you're buying in the market. What are the things that you can buy organic and the things that you really don't have to buy organic? So you can slide into my DM and I'll give you that cheat sheet or that checklist so that you will be able to, it will guide you the next time you are going shopping. So we're talking about detoxification. How do you detox? We detox in several ways. Drinking of water is detox. When you drink water, it flushes out toxins in you. Like the illustration I gave, that your water is brown and you keep pouring water, it's like you're cleaning it out. Another way you detox is by sweating. When you sweat, when you exercise and you sweat, you are detoxing. You're going through detox. You can also do a detox by going for sauna bath. Go for sauna bath, because when you go for sauna, it helps to open up your pores and you are able to sweat more. And every time you have the opportunity to sweat, it is a privilege because you are losing toxins. Do you know that some people find it difficult to sweat? Even when they start to do exercise, they find it difficult to sweat. Sweating is healthy. Many of us will even go and buy, these antiperspirants you put on your armpit. You put under your armpit because you don't want to sweat. Sweating is a blessing. So anytime you have the opportunity to sweat, always appreciate it. Sweating is a blessing. So we sweat. When we sweat out, you're detoxing. You can also do some detox tea. You can also do some detox tea. You can do some soups. Just make some soups. I also have a list on that. I have a list on that where I have the methods through which you can do a detox. So you slide into my DM and we take it up from there. So that is that about detox. The next thing, okay, let me recap now. I've done water, I've done detox, I've done exercise, I've done diet, and I've done sleep. So the next thing is taking of supplements. Taking of supplements. Well, you will say, what is supplement? Just like the word sounds, supplement. Supplements are organic. It could be in liquid, it could be in tablets, it could even be in powder. These are things that we take. We have some companies that have gone into making supplements for us. And just like the word sounds, it supplements our normal diet because we don't get the nutrients, the enough nutrients that we need to get. Most of the things we buy in the market now are genetically modified. So you don't get enough nutrients from them. And that is why you need to add, to supplement your diet. You need to add it to what you are taking so that you will be able to have the needed or the required amount of nutrients that you need for a particular thing in your body. We also, when we were looking at the nutrient thing, we went ahead to look at the reasons why people take supplements, or the reason we should take supplements. Many of us may want to take supplements for some certain reasons. Probably you want to boost your energy. Another reason is probably you are deficient in one particular area and you want to boost that deficiency. Another reason is you just want to have an overall wellness. There are some basic supplements that are general, like multivitamins, like minerals. All these are general supplements that you can take, which will help to boost your general wellness. Another reason people take supplements is probably you have a particular area of your life. Maybe your health status. Take, for instance, you go to the hospital and the doctors tell you that you have a shortage of folic acid. So you may want to start taking some specific vitamins to correct that particular thing. Then we also looked at, how do I take my supplements? We always advise people to follow the prescribed dosage on the bottle, because some people might tell you that, oh, the more the better. No, not with supplements. For the supplements who have been packaged like that, they are put into consideration the age, they're put into consideration the gender, they're put into consideration even the weight, the body weight. So just follow the prescription on the bottle of your supplements. Another reason people take supplements is for the gender now. Take, for instance, women. Women naturally are supposed to be taking calcium and they're supposed to be taking iron, because when we give birth to children and because we go through our monthly cycle, we lose a lot of iron and we also lose a lot of calcium. We lose our bone strength. So that is why we need to be taking supplements to replenish those things, because no matter the food you eat, there is no quantity you will eat that will be able to give you the needed measurement of this calcium and iron that you need to replenish your body. So another pillar of health that we looked at: water, sleep, diet, exercise, taking of supplements, managing of stress. Then another one that is very crucial is the emotional health, your emotional health. So emotions, our emotions happen to control every other aspect of our lives. How? When you feel good, it will affect your mood. It will even affect the what is it called now? The the hormones that you secrete. It's just like when you are afraid. You know, there's this cortisol. Cortisol comes in when you are stressed or when you are afraid. So the same way, there is this way you when you are happy, it releases some happy hormone. When you are sad, it also makes you sad. It affects your health. It affects your general and total health. And what are the things that are affecting our emotions? We need to look at those things. We need to identify those things that affect our emotions. Look at the markers that actually affect your emotions. Look at people around you. If you need to look at if you need to go through your list of friends and delete some people, go ahead and do it. Give yourself the permission to do it. Give yourself a space so that anything that is affecting your emotions negatively, you'll be able to take care of it. And when you take care of it, your health will improve. Your health will improve. So our emotional health also affects every other aspect of our lives. It affects your mood. When you are unhappy, it puts you in a state of depression. It gives you anxiety because you are not just happy. You're just touchy. Everybody you're just irritated by everything and everybody. Every little thing just gets at you. And when that happens, your body will continue to secrete some hormones that will work contrary to your health. So our emotional health is also very important. We also looked at our health, spiritual health, your relationship with God. And when we looked at the relationship with God, we said it is not about religion. It is not about religion. It is about acknowledging a superpower. And what this does for you is that it gives you a grounding. It makes you to be solid. It makes you to know that you are not alone. It makes you to know that you are not alone, that you can take the world. It makes you to know that you have the support you have a pillar. You know, I always sing this song when I talk about this. This songwriter says, I get back, I know they walk alone. I walk with God the Father, walk with God the Son, I walk with God the Spirit. Three of them join, I get back, That is Victoria Orenze. You know, when you know that you have a backing, you know that you are not alone. That is what the relationship with God does to you. And just like every other relationship, we talked about how we can nurture this relationship. And we looked at meditation and prayers. We looked at meditation and prayers. We looked at reading of the scriptures, reading of the scriptures. And we also looked at community. I remember the good book says that we should not forsake the assembling of ourselves together. Do you know why? The reason is when you're down, somebody can lift you up. But if you're all by yourself, nobody will know when you're down. Nobody will know when you are feeling depressed. Nobody will know when you have anxiety. They won't be able to help. But when you're down and you have somebody who can lift you up, then you know that you belong to a fold. You belong to a fold. Another way you can also nurture that relationship is there's this thing when you talk about communication. Communication has to be two ways. You talk and you make sure you receive response. How do you receive response? You can do that by listening, being quiet, and by journaling. When you hear, put it down. Don't ever trust your brain. Don't ever trust your brain, because he always speaks to us. He always speaks, and when he speaks, he wants us to be able to put it down and do something about it. He wants us to be able to do something about it. So a lot of people have a lot of ideas, some beautiful ideas that will put them out there in the world, that will make the world to know that, oh, this person has arrived. This person has blown, like some people will say. But many of those ideas, we lose them because we don't put it down. We don't write it down. So always endeavor to keep your a journal where you put in everything, every idea, that is divine, every inspiration that you receive, always learn to put it down so that always you can always refer back to them. So remember, we just did a review of the pillars of health, and I'm waiting for our questions. I know many of us might have some questions. Let's make this interesting. Throw your question here and let's look at the questions. Let's look at those questions. Let's look at the questions and deal with the questions. So if you have any question, please let's ask the questions now. If you have any question, let's ask the questions. Let's ask the questions. Question, 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 question. Let's ask our questions. So if we don't have any question, we can as well round off, or I can play some music for us so that we can just feel good. You can just feel good, enjoy the music, and we can call it a day, or we can connect with one another. So if you have questions, let's ask our questions now. Let's ask our questions. It's question time. Question and answers. Let me play some music for us. Yes, music. Where are you? I'm still waiting for your questions. You have done it again. Jesus, in a special Jesus, that's one of the ways of being happy. Just be happy. Do things that will make you happy. Yes, I almost let go. You made possible. Woo. Let's take it to another level. Woo. If you know how to dance, please join me. Woo. Okay. Woo! See, I'm sweating. Woo! Oh, that was a form of exercise for me. See, I'm sweating already. Oh gosh, that was good. Thank you all for staying this long. You just you stayed back to enjoy my dance. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So on this note, I want to say a big thank you to everyone that joined tonight. Thank you for being there. Thank you for supporting me. And thank you. Thank you. I'm here because you are here. If you're not here, I will not be here. And so I just want to appeal to you to please give me a follow. Give me a follow. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs up. Give me a like. And I will forever be grateful for that. Thank you so much for being a part of my program. Like I told you at the beginning, if you were not here, I am Coach Lola. Many of you might say, oh, what qualifies her to talk to us about our health? I am a dual certified health and gut health coach. And I come every other day to talk to us about health, precisely Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So definitely I'll be here again on Friday. And so I hope to see you there. Please give me a follow and you could just go check up on across board, across all my social media, the same name. Just look out for Coach Lola and give me a follow, give me a like, and I'll be so delighted to see you doing that. Thank you so much. I would like to call it a day. Let's call it a day if you don't have any question. Like I said, what we just decided to do today is to take question and answers over what we have looked at in the past, the 9 pillars of health. So we just did question and answer. We did a recap, we did a review, and oh my gosh. Whew. So we did a review and we said we were going to take some questions and answers. Since nobody asked a question, I believe we all understand we all understand the 9 pillars of health and why you should take them seriously. I hope to see you on top. I hope to see you with your health renewed, your health restored, with you becoming a better you. By the time I will see you in the next 2 months, 3 months, I want to be able to see a better you by taking the things we have learned and putting them to work. So, on this note, I want to say a big thank you to you once again for being a part of this program. And so, have a beautiful night. Bye for now, and see you on Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye. Love you all. Thank you all for being a part of this program.